Morning, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, July 26, 2022. I am here at Marian Bear Memorial Natural Park in San Diego. And today I want to present a spotlight on plants. Today's spotlight is on the Marsh, or aka Hooker Evening Primrose, and that is this plant here, Oenothera, elata, subspecies hirsutissima. So this plant is basically, I've read that it's anywhere from an annual to a biennial to a perennial. So let's just say that it's likely a biennial to perennial herb, and it is in the Primrose family, the Onagraceae. It's a very tall herbaceous plant that can sometimes get close to 8 feet tall, and it is a often common occurrence in moist and disturbed sites near springs and seeps, canyon bottoms, rivers, creeks, and ponds, and sometimes disturbed sites. As I said before, this plant can get very, very tall. So you see here, we are right near Rose Creek. There seems to be a little spring or a little seep in this area that's causing all this lush vegetation to grow. And that is often where you'll find this plant. So the plant is characterized by these long, narrow, tooth-edged leaves, very long wand-like stalks, so it's not very intricately branched, though it does send up side branches, as you can see here, especially towards the higher portions of the plant where it's going to branch out and bloom. And you can see they're a hit with our local Apis mellifera and mellifera population, the honeybees. So, one of the salient features of this plant that gets probably the most attention is the flower. The flower of this plant is quite large, quite striking. As you can see here, of the Evening Primrose. So it's not really related to the true primroses in the genus Primula. It's actually more related to the 4 o'clock plants. So you can see here, brilliant 4-petaled flowers that are kind of wrinkly, especially when they age. 4-petal flowers. You can see the stamens and the stigma there. So you can see where the pollinating structures are. You can see these ants are all over it, enjoying it. So it's quite a tall plant. Again, just kind of makes for a really brilliant sight during the summer months, as this plant is more of a anywhere from late spring through summer bloomer. So again, all over here, all these plants with the yellow blooms, this is all Oenothera, elata, subspecies hirsutissima. There's also a subspecies Hookery, which is probably more properly called the Hooker's Evening Primrose. So we'll stick to Marsh Evening Primrose for this subspecies. That one, I don't believe I've seen the Hooker subspecies Hookery. I believe it's supposed to be a significantly shorter plant. I don't know much more about those, but these ones are definitely subspecies hirsutissima. Hirsutissima, they are a little fuzzy. They do have some trichomes on them, so there's a little fuzziness to the leaves. And they do form these large colonies in these areas that are near creeks and seeps and drainages. So sometimes you'll be in an area and you'll see tons of them. In other places they'll be more scattered, but here is a very, very nice sized population right along here. We're really close to Rose Creek. Again, we're in San Clemente Canyon right now. We are in San Clemente Canyon, and these do pop up fairly commonly in lower areas of this canyon. But the full range of the plant, there I'll put on the description. But it is locally common here in Southern California. You'll see the hummingbirds love to get to them. I believe that was an Anna's hummingbird, Clemente Anna. So it's a very, very important nectar source for our pollinators. It is quite a beautiful plant too. So if you were to try growing this plant in cultivation, it's something I have not tried, and I really don't think I have the space for it because it can spread like crazy. But I would definitely try to keep it at least somewhat moist, but I wouldn't overwater it. They seem to grow a little bit up from the creek bed, but that definitely would make a really striking garden accent if you have the room and the ability to keep them somewhat moist. But there you have it. The beautiful Marsh Evening Primrose, Oenothera, elata, subspecies hirsutissima. Live from here in beautiful San Clemente Canyon in San Diego. That will basically do it for my spotlight on plants. I hope you found this one interesting and helpful in identifying these plants. But before I go, actually, later on they will develop these seed capsules that are kind of long and narrow that'll split open. I'm trying to see if I could get to some that are close enough for me to reach. But you see that stalk right there from last year? Those at the end are the seed capsules, which will split open to release the seeds. First, before they split open, they're like this right here, kind of cylindrical. They'll split open to release the seeds during the fall. So now I could say that that will do it for my spotlight on Marsh Evening Primrose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another spotlight video.